Just some thoughts on today's game.
I thought we had it in the bag the whole game. Just kidding. I love these guys. At times, I didn't think we played particularly well tonight, at times all season, but I have never been around a team I've enjoyed being around more on and off the court. Resilience comes to mind, down 7 or 8. They just keep playing. And I thought our defense towards the tail end of the game, maybe holding them to 4 baskets in the last 8 or 9 minutes, was probably the difference. I wish Stu the best. And my only comment to the people of Utah State is there's an old expression, you don't know what you have till you don't have it anymore. We're losing a great one, not a great coach and a great man.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now take questions for the student athletes. Please raise your hand, we'll bring you a microphone.
Guys, I guess just what was the difference? It was a back and forth game with all the lead changes, and then you were able to get out on a run there to get about a 7-8 point lead and then able to hold on. In your mind, in such a back and forth game, what was the difference?
I believe it was our defense. I mean, obviously you're going to hear that over and over again, but that's our principle. Defense, 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 and it doesn't help to have Josh and Junior slashing the way they were tonight. Or it does help, sorry.
Junior, I know it's offensively it's been up and down and stuff, but what was working tonight? Did you feel good? Did something, after you hit a certain shot, did you feel good? Can you explain that a little bit?
Well, to be honest, it was just my teammates continuing to believe in me, putting me in great positions. This is definitely the best that my back has felt in a couple weeks, and that definitely helps. But mainly my teammates just putting me in the right positions for me to be successful.
Junior, like you guys just mentioned, having some up and down moments. I mean, just what did it feel like to be able to contribute and break through the way you were able to today?
Well, this is my first Mountain West tournament, and it's an incredible atmosphere. The Wyoming fans really came out in full force tonight, and we just want to make them proud, and we're fighting for our careers right now. Every game is crucial, and that's our mindset.
Josh, you've had success against Utah State the last couple of games, being that aggressive player that you've been. What was working well as far as just being able to slash and finish and find teammates?
Just the same thing that Chuck just said. Just my teammates finding me in the right positions. Having Larry down there drawing attention, having June, slashing too. They have to respect a lot of players on the court, and that opens up a lot of court space for me. And, once I drive, they have to focus on that, and then drop off short. But it's just a team camaraderie thing. Everybody's playing well, so things open up, and you just exploit it.
Larry, being essentially 2 wins away from the NCAA tournament, how do you stay focused on doing the one game at a time? And also, would you consider anything short of reaching that tournament a success this year?
I think you just said it. We're 2 games away from reaching the NCAA tournament. And if that's not enough to keep these guys focused, I don't know what is. But for 5 guys on this team, this is our last go-around. So to answer that last question, I would hate to put a cap on it right now, but I do believe this team can do it.
Josh, this game just seemed to be so intense, back and forth, just a great game all around. What does it feel like to be in a game like that where, punches and counter punches, there is that much intensity on the floor?
It's a great feeling, to be competing against, the best guys out there. This conference is stacked. Every team is solid. That's Coach Shyatt said before. Coach Morrill is an outstanding coach. One of the best to do it. So, it's an honor to play against him. He knows how to coach his team. He knows how to counterplay. But, so does Coach Shyatt. It's an honor just to be out there in the fight for your teammates and against another team where they're all in it as well. Just that competitive edge is really what the sport's all about. It's just an honor to be out there.
Josh, I just want to ask what you think of the nickname Dunktown and how much you enjoy adding to that reputation in Laramie, or I guess wherever you guys go.
We love it. We love it out there. We do have a lot of athletic guys, and that's a direct correlation to the coaching staff and how they recruited. They've not only recruited great athletes, great players, but great people. And we fully embrace that nickname, and our fans have it. You can see our fan support out there tonight was outstanding. So it's just an honor to be a part of this program and a part of this league, no matter what.
Coach Larry to an ACL in February. This year, we had even a better season going after we swept CSU at 19-4, and we got hit on the tail end with not one but two viruses, mono, and they kept going. They never made excuses. They just kept playing as hard as they could, not pretty, but as hard as they could. And so I think, there's a reservoir there that maybe some teams have been around, they just don't have.
Coach, you talk about keeping going with Junior. Obviously he was struggling at points, but what has his character and his attitude been like to be able to keep pushing and be a solid member of this team?
Well, Junior's paying his own way this year. That says a lot in itself. He has a level of appreciation a lot of athletes will never have. But I think it's his teammates that supported him more during this year and just made sure that they knew, look, it's coming, we need you, just put the pressure on your defense and forget about your O right now. And I think tonight it just came to play, and thank goodness it did. We needed him in D.C.
Coach, Utah State did a great job shutting down Josh in the Spectrum. What have you seen from him in the last two games against the Aggies, especially today?
Well, when the virus hit us and we lost our only two foremen, Herndon and Nance, for a period of time, we were a different team, obviously, from a physical standpoint and a numbers standpoint. And I think at that point we talked about racing it up the floor a little bit more often, shooting a little quicker, a little more often. That's more to Josh's liking anyways, not that he's going to listen to me. And, I think it carried over when these guys came back, got a little healthier. They're probably not 100%, but they're looking a lot better now than they did 2 weeks ago. And I think those 4 or 5 games when we weren't healthy helped Josh immensely.
Larry, I know it's a quick turnaround and certainly want to enjoy this, but you got the top seed tomorrow. What are your early thoughts on Boise? And are they a lot different team from the one you beat earlier in conference play?
Well, they most certainly have a different mindset. They're the champions. They've had a great season. I would say more than anything that's impressed me when I've had a chance to watch them on tape is they have really collected themselves defensively. I think they're the best defensive team in this league. If they're not the best, they're one of the best for certain.